Grab your pots and pans. It's time to cook. Don't forget the spatula. We talking. Normally I talk the politics, right? But this came up on the trending topic, so we gonna talk some child support, the importance of a father being in a household. Let's talk about family today, right? Because family is very important, especially a nuclear family. But nowadays, it seems like they dropped that bomb. They dropped a bomb on the nuclear family. For example, we're going to use Tyrese as the example, right? Watch this.
Gibson has been arrested for unpaid child support for his 5-year-old daughter Soraya with ex-wife Samantha Lee. In a Fulton County court hearing on Monday, Judge Kevin Farmer found Gibson in contempt for not meeting the $10,000 monthly child support payment mandated in April 2023. The judge ordered Gibson's arrest, and he was handcuffed and removed from the courtroom. Gibson can avoid jail by paying $73,000, which includes $7,000.
Pause.
Tyrese
Right?
Gibson has been
Pause. Now, in today's society, it's wicked, right? I could tell you for sure that it's the legislation that's must change. Because think about it. If people wasn't incentivized to do bad, they won't do bad. Not saying that they won't, but the chances will diminish, right? If they're incentivized to do bad or to break up the family, then you don't think they're gonna get the money and say forget the family? It's money over morals and principles. That's what's happening in this world. People are choosing money over morals and principles, right? And they wonder why they can't find happiness, right? Now, money solves most problems, 98.9, but you still have that that 1.1%. That's what really matters. That 1% is what really matters, right? My thing is this. Y'all gotta understand how this child support thing goes, and I'm gonna break it down to y'all. Child support goes like this. Now, he's in Fulton County, that's Georgia, so depending on your state, that's where you have to look at the laws. If you divorce, what happens? If you have alimony, you gotta pay child support. Your state, every state is different, right? Some states are the same, but check the state statute so you will know, hey, is this even the state that I wanna be married in, right? Because you will have to then abide by the laws, right, or the rules of the state. So Fulton County or Georgia, we all know that that's a woman rights state. Let's just say that, right? Y'all gotta understand the business behind child support. This is what I understand about child support. Not only, see, people are incentivized to break up the family because the courts or the states, right? They get the money too. Meaning that for every $1 that the child support, that the person who's receiving child support, for every $1 that they get, did y'all know that the court also get 50 cents out of that $1? The courts, the states get 50 cents out of that $1. So it's like a half and half. So it actually be in the court's best interest to break up family because now they get half your dollars. They also know the statistic of a broken up family. If it's a single mother raising a child, the likelihood of that child going to jail dramatically increases. So it's a snake eating its tail knowing that you got to come back to the court system. So they're banking on your kids' mishap in the future. Pay attention. Pay attention. Now, I don't call it child support. You should call this one adult support because what child do you know need $10,000 a month in order to be a child? That sounds like an adult to me. Stop saying child support when it's really adult support, right? And sometimes people cause things on themselves, but you know, they was married, things happen. They got this law called irreconcilable differences. My bad if I butchered the term. But what is that? That's basically saying, hey, today I don't like you, so since I don't like you, I have the right to file. Did y'all know that 80% of the divorces filed by women? Not men. Men actually want to be in a relationship. contrary to popular belief. But men actually want to be in a relationship, want to be stable, want to have a purpose, want to have something to protect, want to have bills to pay, as long as that is benefiting the family dynamics and the structure. That's what men do, right? Some will say men more loyal than women. Some would say. But Tyrese is like, it's messed up because at the end of the day, the child's involved. And the only person that's really is going to be highly affected by this is the child. But let's play some clips so y'all can get familiar with what's going on.
Arrested for unpaid child support for his 5-year-old daughter Soraya with ex-wife Samantha Lee. In a Fulton County court hearing on Monday, Judge Kevin Farmer found Gibson in contempt for not meeting the $10,000 monthly child support payment mandated in April 2023. The judge ordered Gibson's arrest, and he was handcuffed and removed from the courtroom. Gibson can avoid jail by paying $73,000, which includes $7,500 for Samantha's attorney fees. On Instagram, Gibson criticized.
Pause. So not only is he paying child support, he's paying for his demise. Oh my God. As a man, I know that I gotta feel some type of way. So I'm paying this lawyer to come get money from me, right? To give to my child, hypothetically, supposedly, knowing that it's an adult support. Child support is designed to emasculate men. Let me repeat. Child support is designed to emasculate men. We all know that they have an agenda to emasculate men. I don't know why, but I kind of understand why. If you was in the opposition, you say, you know what, what's the best way to get to them? Kill their defense system. They're doing a good job at it. But let's continue.
Samantha's legal actions as goofy and claimed his innocence, arguing that a prenuptial agreement from their 2020 divorce should cover all financial obligations.
Pause again. That's another thing that I don't like. It's like if the man put the measure in place, he put a prenuptial agreement in place, right? An NDA, whatever. He put that in place. That didn't even protect the man. So what's the point of the prenups? What's the point of it? Where's the protection? Now, I would advocate to say, unless the laws change, nothing will change. No matter how I feel about it, no matter how you feel about it, unless the law change, nothing will change. So, how do we change these laws? How? Because it's not benefiting anybody but the states and or the woman. And it's saying forget the child, because the child has to go through the ups and downs of not having a complete family, the imbalance of not having a complete family, and they still make money off that, off the child being imbalanced. It's a wicked world. Be very careful. And some people will say, well, you know, people change. You can have the right one today, and you can have the wrong one tomorrow. Let me repeat. You can have the right one today, and you can have the wrong one tomorrow. I see why everybody going overseas, passport bros. I see why, because it's like, is it the programming? That could be. But I say it's the programming along with the state. It's the law. If you was to incentivize a woman for being a woman, because all these females, see, it's the difference between a female and a woman. Just like it's the difference between a male and a man, right? Let's break it down. If I see you, I don't know you, I don't know your morals and principles, you're simply either a male or a female, right? If I know your ethics, your background, and I see with my own eyes and based on your actions, now I can say, you know what, you graduated, because being a woman is earned, and becoming a man is earned behaviors. Most people have these titles, but they haven't earned a thing. Coach P, 100%, I appreciate you agreeing with me. If I'm lying, I'm flying, right? But let me know. Let me know why I'm lying or how, what you feel, you know? Leave them comments down below. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We talking Tyrese today because every man I know wants to have a child, at least. And that's another thing. I'm going to connect it to depopulation because it all leads back to that. Now, what this shows, say for the younger generation, because I asked a lot of younger guys, hey, you plan on having kids? Can y'all guess what the answer is? Nope. Nah, not with these women nowadays. All they want is your money. I said, I guess they do see the writing on the wall, right? But just because they see the writing on the wall, right, That's stopping them from actually growing as a population. They can't reproduce. Now you see why these kids running around, no testosterones, can't reproduce. Men is women, women is men. The opposites ain't attracting. They seem like the same is attracting, the opposite's not attracting, because that's the programming, that's what's put out there, right? So my thing is, what's the point of a prenup if it don't work? The man tried to protect himself. And even within that, it shows that the laws trumped his protection. Why? Like I said, the judge get paid off of this. The states get paid off of this. The women get paid off of this. The child may get paid off of this because we know that once the women get the money, it's like, what are they doing with it? What use are they doing with it? The majority is going to them, so what are they doing with it? I can see if they're using the money to maybe have a life insurance, a whole life insurance, put it back into your child's future. So then it's like, okay, cool. I know you're doing the right thing. But most aren't financially educated enough to even do that. So you know it's for self, clubs, or for somebody else. They other guy, they ex. They the new guy that they talking to, whatever. So this goes to show it's a filthy game. But let's continue.
Also accused Samantha's lawyers of not reviewing his bank statements, instead relying on his film credits to assume he was wealthy. Although Gibson has been paying around $2,200 monthly, this amount is well below the court's order. Reports indicate that he is working to arrange the payment of the $73,000, which may lead to his release from custody in the near future.
So he had to pay $73,000 in order to get it out of jail. He's losing. He made $240,000 supposedly a month. They want 10 bands. That's $120,000 a year for a child. That sounds like an adult salary. And you gotta remember, this money ain't taxed. So this is straight monies. Let me repeat. This money is not taxed. It is straight dineros. It's dollars. Let's go on to the next one.
Don't take my baby. I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me? Oh, don't take my baby. I'm at $13,000 a month. What more do you want from me?
It's just sad, man. A broken man. That's what happens. The system breaks man down. And this goes to show my point. It emasculates men. This system that we're living in emasculates men. And it's a reason. And they're using the women to do it. I see things with a clear eye view. I have ojos. They're using your partner, the person that you confide in, the person that you're inside in. That's the person that you're sliding in. That's who they're using for your demise. It's like kryptonite. They know men gotta have some type of woman, or a woman gotta have some type of man, but they're using that because they know that. And that to me is sad. And guess who? And guess the thing is, the future is messed up because of that, because the child, right? Now the child grow up and say, you know what? I see my parents argue and fight, and I see what they went through, and you know what? I don't want to reproduce. I don't want to have kids. Population control, once again.
Do not let your insurance...
Can these baby mamas leave me the fuck alone, man? Can they just stop hiring lawyers that's willing to work for them for pro bono because they got a pot of gold waiting on them at the end of the fucking rainbow?
And pause. This is not just one baby mom. This is two. But I thought he got married with one. So I guess that marriage didn't save him at all because the laws trump that marriage stuff.
And y'all just move on, go date somebody, go engage, go start a new family. Go just leave me the fuck alone, man. Wow. I mean, fucking thirst buckets, man. And I know these are the mother of my children, but this is true. This is too much. It's been 17 years of this shit, man. I'm about $15 million at this point into having a relationship with my daughters. And I'm not gonna cry. Just explaining to y'all, man, that this shit is exhausting. And women can relate, the higher income earners, the breadwinners of their marriages and their families that's been drugged into court. Y'all can relate to this. I'm not just saying this because I'm a man. Does it happen to y'all more often? Does it happen to us when we get drugged to the court? No. Just walking into the courtroom as a man, especially a black successful man. Can these baby mamas leave me the fuck?
That's crazy to me, man. Go on to the next one.
The child support payments, did you ever get those lowered? Because I know at some point it was the whole thing, like $20K a month.
I've never paid $20,000 a month in my life. It's what she's asking for.
That's what she was asking.
Her asking price is $20,000 a month. My God, that's $240,000. That's $240,000. She already make $160K. The child don't need for nothing. You're just trying to bleed them. That's it. You're just trying to bleed them. You're trying to bleed them. And I'm sure, and this is what I don't like about that whole process. The lawyers is probably whispered in her ear to say, hey, you should do this because guess what? The lawyers get paid too. So the judge get paid. The lawyer get paid. The lady get paid. The child don't get paid. And the only person doing the paying is Tyrese. The state get paid. I don't know how he doing it. I don't know how he doing it, man. Because that right there will bring someone to the lowest point. But I'm sure, see, God has a way of doing things. The forces have a way of doing things. So he be all right. He's going to keep running it up. And he's going to keep fighting for it. And to me, he's doing this. Did he have to go to jail? No. To me, it's about the morals and the principles. To me, he didn't mind. I make the money. What does it matter? I'm showing you that it doesn't matter. You got to stand up for something. So we got to give the man a round of applause for that. But it still comes with the negative, the fact that he's an actor. He still has to do what he have to do. And then he's been dragged to the court by the person that he thought this and that. Come on, man. It's no winning for losing.
Forgot it.
What I realize is that there's no child on any level that needs $20,000 in Atlanta.
Big fact.
To be told is she makes about $160,000 a year herself. I do really well for myself. If you get into the actual needs of the child, our daughter will never be without. So if you're gonna leave me and you and your lawyers are now trying to take my life with you, there's no alimony. We had a prenup. I'm confused as much. We had a baby.
And then another thing too, she left him, but yet she get incentivized for leaving him. This irreconcilable differences. This term was made up in like 1950. Ever since they made this term, divorce rates have been skyrocketing. That's why I say the women of today was nothing like the women of yesterday. Nothing. Nothing like our parents. Nothing like our foreparents. Nothing like our grandparents. They just nothing. They programmed differently. They programmed just for them. Grandma and all of that, yeah, they seen Papa doing some of this, that, the third, or whatever, right? But they still held it down. They didn't want anything to do with breaking up the family. But nowadays, it seems like, and I guess it kind of makes sense because the statistic also shows this, that mostly people get rich in the United States off of what? Litigation. Lawsuits. Child support. That's all form of litigation. It has something to do with the courts. So that's how most people are getting their riches. Think about it. If a woman don't have to work and they like, well, shit, I don't have to work and somebody else can work for me. What is that called? I call it slavery. That's what it is. They pushing slavery. With the courts, enslaving your men. So when it's time for the protection or for anything else to happen, what y'all gonna do then? See, ladies, this message is gonna go for ladies, right? Don't be mad when a guy don't no longer come to your rescue. Don't be mad if something's happening to you and a guy just look the other way. Because if he gets involved, it might not be what it is. So you can't be mad no more. You cannot be mad. Commissioner said I'd win in court. I'd win in court the first time. It's not slavery. Huh? What you mean, Commissioner? I'd win in court the first time? You got to explain a little bit, Commissioner. I don't know what you're talking about, Commissioner.
Is it possible that
So this guy's question is, why should he pay $20,000 in child support when he never spent $20,000 on his child each month when they were together? Well, I would say these calculations are a little bit off. Child support is supposed to account for all sorts of expenses, not just the expenses that are very clearly for your child, like clothing, food. It goes towards your living expenses, insurance costs, things that you don't even think of that are built into your daily expenses. Child support is supposed to account for all of those things, and that's why income, childcare costs, health insurance premiums, all of these things are used when calculating child support. And so if the
Just got another letter from her lawyers
Feminist, next.
requesting that I send
Can't
over
stop
all of
moving
my
her
tax
head.
returns and all of my bank statements because she's trying to get 20,000, and I think they're trying to take it up to like 40.
What?
They've been looking at all of my movies and all of the concerts and shows.
Hold on. If they take it up to 40,000, let me pull out the calculator. I mean, I can do the math in my head. I'm a mathematician, a wizard. 240, because 20,000 is $240,000, right? 2x it. $480,000. That's more than he's getting a month. They say he was getting $270,000 a month on paper. So you telling me they trying to max it out to $480,000? What kind of lifestyle were they living? This child better be the smartest, most equipped child in the world, and it's sad. $480,000 at the end of the day, they're reaching. Put reaching in the comments. They are reaching. Imagine if you had to pay $280,000 or they garnish your check when you work, and now you can't even. So once you get your check, you got to take it directly to court. Then you deal with the scraps afterwards. So what about you? So the courts don't care about you; they just care about you giving the money to the child. But it's nothing about you. See, the court is the problem as well. Ladies, you have to be accountable for your actions. And the courts, you have to be accountable for your actions as well. Laws needs to be changed in order for this to be a better place. Because the way I see it, the laws of the land is the worst ever. It's the worst ever.
That I've been doing, and they over there like blood-sucking lawyers rubbing their hands. And Samantha's doing the same thing, rubbing her hands, and they going, oh shit, for the last year and a half, he looks like he's been doing really well. Let's go ahead and get them bank statements over here so we can figure out a way to get this law firm another $600,000 that we're asking for in legal fees. It's a dirty, dirty game out here. Well, y'all gonna keep waiting.
Man, at this point, you might as well hit him with a 50 cent and file for bankruptcy. Because now, not only that, you got to beat her at her game, right? And still take care of your child. But now you got to play the game. File bankruptcy, Chapter 11. Lower down your income. Go get a trust or something. Move some money around, but guess what? They doing it back. If you ain't do this before, right? They're using old data to catch up with you. You need to rearrange your financing, not financial advice. You need to rearrange it so you can say, you know what, I make $0 a month. Anybody's paying me, they paying me through some type of trust that nobody knows about. And I pay myself, let's just say I pay myself $50,000 a year. And yeah, you want the child support, you can get a little $1,000 or $2. Cool. Anything else that the child want, just come holler at me. Directly, the child can have whatever they want, but we just not giving it to you. You got to start critically thinking, because if you don't, if you let the system critically think for you, my God, you have to have some financial skills or some type of Jewish lawyers. Get them on the line. They'll let you know what to do. Move X around, move Z around, file for bankruptcy around, pay yourself around. Since they judging it based on how much your income is, well, guess what? The critical thing now left to do is to control your income. Therefore, you can control your outcome or your outflow. If they want to play a wicked game, just play the wicked game. You know, it's ways around everything. That's one thing I know. And Tyrese, it's a critical thinking way around this one. Don't let them fool you. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all pray for me because I am hearing that the appeals court around my case is being appealed. My divorce case is being appealed, and they're going to give me the outcome of my appeal August 25th. I just got another letter from her lawyers.
Crazy. It's crazy to me.
Do not.
If I recall your testimony correctly, Mr. Gibson, you said 2018 you were financially in, quote, shambles. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So in 2018, when you were financially in shambles, do you know how much you made that year?
I don't.
According to your tax return, you made $2.221 million. Page 32.
But people don't understand, right? Yes, he made that money, but how much did he keep? What's his expenses a month? That's what people not calculating. He has this, he has that. He has his own life he has to maintain too as well. So how you gonna tell a man, oh, we watching your money, but we don't know where your money going, but it's okay, you need to be paying this. They pocket watching. Basically. They basically want, at least, if he made 2.2, they basically trying to run it up to the least. The lady get 480,000. The lawyers get the rest. The lawyers, states, and the judge get the rest, which is another 500,000 towards the state. At least half of what he made. Crazy to me.
Sir, I'm asking you because I don't do the CFO thing.
Listen to surgeon before. Who's surgeon? A Knox Harry. Who's surgeon? I don't know who surgeon is. Who that? But I wanted to play y'all. I wanted to play y'all this one from the Unwind with Tasha K. This Tasha K right here. I wanted to play this one right here because now it all makes sense on why. Did y'all know she ended up calling Tyrese and saying that, hey, I need some money because our lifestyle, I can't afford. So I see why she trying to drag him through hell. Because she don't want the public embarrassment to say, oh, she really needed a man. She really had something good. Now he got a new queen. And the new queen that's blacker than her. Hopefully he don't go through the same thing. My God. But listen to Tasha K, because Tasha K had a good point of view.
Since he got the child support held up in appellate court, she broke.
Listen.
She's trying to do a female version of Kevin Samuels by selling her relationship, but nobody's buying. I've seen her over there folding clothes while trying to get relationship advice, and she doesn't have enough years in relationships, and better yet, left her relationship before it even got thick. So you can't tell me a mother's that bitch when you stay married less than 2 years, okay? He seems to be doing great in the relationship that he's in, but you wanted clout too, because it's amazing how fast you got out of that relationship to take to build your YouTube channel, to build a name and a brand for yourself, because a lot of niggas was probably in her DM that were a lot more stable. Okay, and was putting shit in her ear, and that's the reason why she hit divorce so fast too. Because I'm like, how the fuck do you divorce after 2 years? The man ain't never put his hands on you. He ain't never talked shit about you. He ain't never said nothing. Now you out here saying the reason you divorced him is because your friends told you not to divorce him. Like, bitch, that's not how marriage works. And you out here trying to get marriage advice, and then you putting God behind it. Bitch, it's giving clout. And now she broke. Now the judge has ordered him to pay $600,000 in legal fees plus $20,000 in spousal support as well as child support. That's a lot of money for a bitch that set you up. She tried to hit a lick, but he decided to appeal it. It's in the appellate court. It's probably gonna get knocked down. And so now she's saying, well, it seems like he loves me. Let me see if I can go home until they release the motherfucking money, because the money is
Hold on. Imagine this snake in your house. So now she don't have nowhere to go. She want to come back home. Man, that door is locked. Where? Only thing I need right here is my child. I will see you later. I will see you later. Tough love, love hurts. You hurt me, I get it. I'm a man. It's gonna be alright, right? But love for you is a little different. It's gonna hurt you a little more. It's gonna hurt you a little more because you wired to be so emotional. It's gonna hurt you a little lot more.
Right now, and she ain't getting nothing to pay for that that goddamn townhouse. She living in Italy. Sitting on the carpet, folding clothes all day with the phone sitting on the laundry basket, bitch, trying to get relationship advice. And there's no relationship around her at all. At all. No. And now you saying, I want to work it out. Tyrese, go ahead and tell her what I told you.
I'm about to get put out of my place. I can't afford to live there anymore. And 3 days later, after wrestling with, man, what was that call about? She texts me and she says, can you watch Soraya for the next 2 weeks?
What?
Because I'm about to get put out of my place.
Truth comes
I
out.
can't afford to live there anymore. I gotta downsize and move into something else. And my fucking heart dropped because I said, wow, you called me after almost a year to finally have this conversation about reconciliation, which was disingenuous. It wasn't real. It was not a God moment. It wasn't you realizing that leaving your husband and your family, as harsh and as heartless and as traumatic and as vile and calculated as that was, you did not feel a way about leaving your husband and your family. You were entertaining reconciliation because you couldn't afford to stay in your townhouse anymore. You have literally left
Desperate measures.
marriage.
It's called desperate measures. Desperado. She was desperate. She walked out on something good, and some guys will take that back. Tyrese, I hope you don't. Now I know that's your child's mother, so you gotta deal with her. I get it. But look, you can love people from a distance. Hello, how you doing? Just act like the court's still involved. Drop her off at a certain time. You can have her a certain time. In fact, you probably won't be able to afford her. So just let me get her. And guess what?
Is your time worth $700?
Guess what? Kill her with this one. Kill her with this one, right?
Tyrese Gibson has been arrested for unpaid.
Kill her with the fact that I ain't gonna put you on child support, but I'm gonna need my child up. I'm not gonna put you on child support, right? But I'm gonna need our child because she's obviously much better in my hands. And not only that, she will be well taken care of because I have another wife, which means I have another life, right? Right? And it goes on. And that, to me, that's what's gonna really crush her, because she had it. She had people in her ear, and now those same people that was in her ear is nowhere. They all disappeared. Now it's just her. Now she got to sit with herself and her decision and say, you know what? Maybe I'm not that woman. Maybe I'm just a female. I'm not a woman yet. She's not a woman yet. It's no way. She's nowhere close to a woman yet.
This is written not George.
That's
He
sad
wasn't
to
my
me.
type at all. My type was actually.
Only a G.
He wasn't my type at all. My type was actually Paul Walker, the rest in peace.
What more? Only a G.
Crazy to me.
Take care of my daughters. Whether I'm with their mother or not, I will never not. But it's not okay to call us deadbeat dads. We're hustling, grinding, traveling.
Tyrese, you ain't deadbeat. She the deadbeat. Anyway, drop them comments. Let me know what you think. Y'all think that this system is just? Give me some solutions and give me some. What are we going to do to change and advocate for them to change the court system? They need to change the court system. The court system is literally destroying families, and they're incentivizing women in order to do so. That's sad. Kryptonite. On that note, peace, blessings, and love. Tell a friend and tell a friend. This is the beginning. This is not the end. Another episode of the Healthy Discussion Show. Bye.